Hey guys, what's going on? Paul D. Jones right here. Just want to come talk to you guys about failing. Yes, but understand what failing is. So we have a society and we have people who have never succeeded. So when they see or hear about someone failing, they will automatically think bad. But you got to understand that failing is a part of success. In fact, we have to call it failure way to the top or failure way to success. Because that's really when you meet an experienced person, a successful person, you got to understand a successful person has gone through something where they have failed multiple times. And if you understand it, if you look at that right, then you'll understand that that's a person who had fallen but gotten back up. See, when you're working for something and you're trying to succeed to reach some incredible height that nobody else around you has reached, then you can't think like everybody else around you. In fact, you have to have a stronger mentality. You have to have heart. You have to have grit because you will make some mistakes, but you cannot become victim to your mistakes. That's what takes you out. When that gets in your mind and all of a sudden you focus and your conversation is on, oh man, that didn't work. Oh, that was going to be the big one for me. Oh man, I invested in this and it didn't work. And that was everything. Well, that's what causes people to stop, become victims to whatever the situation is, and they never learn from it to grow. So I'm a failure. I'll be the first to say that. I have failed in many things, but I learned how I did it wrong. You got that? So that I could go do it right the next time. So that's just a reality of life. And it makes me think about a great story I heard about Walt Disney. We all know Walt Disney. Folks that know, he was brought up in Chicago, Illinois area, moved on to Missouri with his family. Then from there, he took his talents to California. And that's where he created a character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Now, in business dealings, things didn't go so good. So Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was a very successful situation for him in movies and all that. That was way back in 1928. However, when you look at life today, no kids today know about Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. In fact, we can all learn from Walt Disney with that. I mean, he went bankrupt. He lost everything. I mean, the guy went broke, and there's a lot of people who would have said, oh, he's done because another company owned the rights to the rabbit. But nobody today knows who that rabbit is. If you go ask any of your kids today, hey, have you heard of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit? They'll say, no, what's that? Then you ask them, you know Mickey Mouse? The answer is going to be yes. See, Walt didn't sit there and focus on what happened to him and become victim to what happened to him. In fact, he used that as a stepping stone to be mad enough to make a change. And that's how we all know the great story of how Mickey Mouse was created and then Disneyland in California and Disney World in Florida. So what's your Walt Disney situation? Where have you gone wrong and things just not worked for you? Think about that. Where have you gone wrong? You can't take a great idea. I always say you can't give $1 million idea to a person with a penny mentality. You can't take something that takes great effort to someone who has a 9-to-5 only mentality. You have to surround yourself with people who understand that, man, it's going to be tough. You're going to have some failures. You will need to do some things different and learn from where you have fallen so that you can succeed. See, that's what life is about. You have to fail your way to the top. You have to succeed. That's why in that word success, they look for people, major corporations and whatever, they look for people who have experience. Experience has where you failed. So if you fall and become victim to it and you sit there and cry like a baby and you don't get back up, think about a kid. We celebrate children, when they're infants and then all of a sudden they climb up on the counter or the tabletop and they lift themselves up and they start walking. We clap for them as adults. We clap, we celebrate them, we say, keep going. And then they fall. And then we'll encourage them to get back up. But something happens in life where when you start to do something on your own and start a business or go for a level that somebody else may not have went to in sports or in your local community, you want to go for something big and then it doesn't work right away. People have this tendency of laughing at you now. They go from celebrating you to laughing like, aha, that didn't work. I don't know who you thought you were. I don't know what you think you're better than everybody else trying to do that. Man, you got to rid all of that. You got to get rid of them. Get that noise out of your mindset and say, no, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Now, I know it may not go perfect, but I'm going to learn from everything so that I can be better every step of the way. See, you pay attention to your shortcomings so that you don't repeat that way again. You pay attention to your shortcomings so that you don't partner with people who have a certain characteristic of quitting on you. See, I had to learn that the hard way too. You could partner with some folks who are just not finishers. But if you want to succeed, you have to understand the concept of failing your way to the top, because everything does not go perfect, but you will make it as long as you keep pushing. Like that little train that says, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can. You're the person that can do it. So you create your own Walt Disney story. You create your own success story. You are the person who will have to work hard. Do not become victim to your own shortcomings and fail your way to the top. I hope that helps somebody, because I know I'm on a mission to do some greater things, and I can't bring along yesterday's baggage into tomorrow's promise. God bless. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.